So, today's a very lovely day. It's kind of chilly, but it's not that chilly. Are you having a problem here?
Yeah.
It's a little switch.
Oh, I found it.
Oh goodness gracious. Okay, well I heard the switch go on, so I think that means that the headphones are now on.
Why my life are such a hot mess.
Don't worry, it's a Wednesday,
What an
so.
intro. Like, what else is new? This is my life.
That's
I'm a
right.
hot mess. I'm a klutz. I almost just took down all of the headphones with me.
Oh jeez.
So that's great. And I hate myself.
Don't worry. But like I said, it's a nice day. It's not too hot, but it's kind of chilly, so it's very comfortable out. But it's very cold in the shade, so be careful of the shade.
Oh my god.
Um,
You sound like, from no. Miss Congeniality. It was actually the other day. What's your
oh yeah,
favorite day?
April
April
25th.
25th.
You know, it's
It's
not
not
too
too
hot,
hot,
but it's
not
not
too
too
cold.
cold. All
You
you
just
just
wear
need is like jacket.
Whatever
And the
you
guy's just
need.
like, what?
That would be me. Like, I'd be like, yeah, it's perfect date, not too hot, not too cold. Like, I love that answer. It's the perfect day.
I saw it on Twitter and I was laughing. I was like, wow, it's very appropriate.
That's literally me
All
always. Oh my
right, so
god.
we're gonna get down to the beginning of our show with the usual breakdown. So
Yes.
let's get those entertainment juices flowing, people.
Woo! I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 stories coming up for you. First one we're gonna start off with that everyone is talking about is Beyonce and her Lemonade album. I personally have not yet heard it. Thanks Media Law and Ethics for getting in the way of that. But you know what? It's fine. So apparently this is like the biggest thing right now. Queen Bee, is at it again, and in her new album Lemonade, she talks about her quote unquote marital infidelity, forgiveness, and what it takes to make a relationship in the spotlight work. It is the introduction to her latest album and second visual release, which has 12 songs and a short film, which actually so funny because our roommate just texted us about this, that apparently it's like amazing. Everyone has to watch it. It is now streaming on Jay-Z's music platform Tidal. So go and check it out. I'm going to check it out after this. I don't know. I'm really interested in this. Like, here's the thing. I'm not an A1 fan of Beyonce. I know, Queen Bee, whatever, but, I mean, like, obviously I like her songs and whatnot, but, like, I just don't, not a fan of her as a person, I guess. But I'm kind of interested to see this little, like, I want to take out my anger Taylor Swift moment on you through music. So yeah, I think I'm gonna watch Lemonade. Are you gonna watch Lemonade? Is it even like are we watching Lemonade? Or am I saying this wrong? It's probably like
I
just
don't
hearing
know. I
about
mean,
it.
that's what the text from Pam seemed like. So I don't really know.
Yeah, I saw online. It's 58 minutes.
It's a long thing.
Yeah, it's a long short film. So
Okay.
that's like her intro into her album. I've seen like not bits and pieces, but like pictures of clips. She has like a bat, and I don't know, like she's just like, I guess, having her full on like Carrie Underwood, uh, Louisville Slugger moment. So I'm kind of interested to see it. I mean, it's interesting to just kind of see like these artists that we, assume that they have the perfect relationship and whatnot, and then things like this come out and everyone's like, what happened? Because I didn't know that Jay-Z had cheated on her, which is like the whole thing of this. Like, he cheated
Yeah,
on
like
her, she
I heard
forgave
about
him.
it, but they're still together, obviously.
Yeah, the whole thing with the album is like he cheated on her, she found out, but she forgave him, and like now they're working back up or something like that. So I mean, that's pretty interesting. I I want to know what his comment is. He probably was like, I don't know. I wonder what he thinks about the song. He's probably like, you know what, I kind of deserved it, but at the same time, damn.
Yeah.
So I don't know, pretty interesting. Lemonade is a big thing. Everyone's tweeting about it. I actually saw a couple of tweets. Let's see if I still have it on here. I might have deleted them. Yeah, I think I did. But anyway, it's all over Twitter. So Lemonade is the big thing. I'm very curious. Is that like the name of the song too? Because all I see is everyone's like lemonade, lemonade, lemonade.
I have no idea.
I have allergies, and I know I sound gross, and I'm sorry. I just wanted to put
That
that
was
out
alright.
there. Yeah,
I
but
have to cough. There we go.
there
We're
we
good.
go. We're like, the spring is getting to us.
Oh yes.
But yeah, Lemonade, pretty interesting. I will be checking it out. We'll definitely get back to you on it in a week, because I'll probably watch it on the way to work today. Let's see what happens. So go Beyonce, I guess, if you're a fan of her. Whatever. We're supposed to be objective. But anyway, yeah. Next story that I want to talk about, which is pretty much the biggest thing that's been happening in the past week. Very sad to hear, but the legend Prince has died at age 57. Um, Pretty crazy. I remember I was actually headed to my journalism class when I found out. Um, he was. There was a lot of like rumors going on back and forth. First, it started with he had the flu. He went and got treated, or they said he got treated, and just something went wrong. He was found. Well, he was last seen by an acquaintance, they said, who had dropped him off at his Paisley Park residence around 8 p.m. on Wednesday night. And when people were unable to reach him the next day, they went in, to go and check and found him unresponsive in the elevator. So there were no signs of like obvious trauma on the body or anything like that. Very, very scary, very shocking to everyone. I just remember I was like, no way, Prince died, and everyone just kept saying that. It was a shock to a lot of people. He was still very young, 57. Like, that's young, that's sad. To my knowledge, there was an autopsy done on Friday. I could not find anything though, strangely on it, but I did see that he was cremated right after, and they had a service for him at his Paisley Park estate on Friday, I believe, as well. I think, yeah, Friday was his whole goodbye thing. But it's really sad and pretty creepy. Some people have been saying that he kind of, in a way, like, what's the word? I'm having a brain fart. Like, predicted his own death. Because, like, as, the same thing that happens with all artists when they die. Obviously, their albums and everything spike in sales. So, that's what's happening with Prince. And apparently on one of his songs that came out in 1986 called Sometimes It Snows in April, which was on his album Parade, there was like a line in it that says, sometimes I wish life was never ending, and all good things they say never last. The creepy part about that is that this song was first recorded on April 21st, 1985, and he died April 21st, 2016.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah, so something to think about. I don't know, people are saying, did he predict it? Did he know it was going to happen? I mean, I don't know, if you're kind of superstitious and believe in that kind of thing. I know I'm superstitious, but I don't know if I believe that he predicted his death. It just was one of those like kind of weird coincidences, I think, personally. But it's definitely sad. I love Prince. I think, it hits home just because he's an artist that is pretty much known with every generation as of right now. Everyone knows Purple Rain. He's depicted in even like cartoon movies. If anyone has seen, it's one of my favorites, Goofy movie, the first one where they go camping. The character in it that the son Max is portraying is actually supposed to be based off of Prince, the singer. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fun fact. So that's supposed to be Prince. So it's sad. Like, everyone knows him. Everyone is somewhat familiar with Prince. So it's sad. It's a big, like, we're losing so many good artists. Whitney Houston, now Prince, David Bowie. Like, it's kind of scary when you think about it. I feel like I'm getting old, but like these weren't even my prime generation people, but still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel so bad. So, R.I.P. Prince. I want to cry. I couldn't believe it. The second I found out, I texted my mom and I was like, "Did you hear this?" And she didn't even hear it either. It was just a shock to everyone. I feel so, I want to know what happened. That really bothered me. For some reason, I'm not sure if they are like holding back the information because it wants to be private for as of right now, or maybe his family requested that, but I couldn't find anything, which I'm very curious because there was a lot of rumors. It was either he had the flu. I also heard someone said that he overdosed on something, which based off of previous artists is not hard to believe, but it's sad. I think we all felt, I just got a breaking news. Trump, foreign policy and the administration will replace randomness with something. CNN. It came up on my laptop, guys. Update on that. I'm not a CNN person, though. Or rather, news person. I'm entertainment, so we'll just leave that at that. But speaking... It's going to sound so morbid. I'm like, speaking of death, something that I found really creepy also, as well, right now. The story is still developing, so I don't have all the details, but a body was found at Apple HQ I believe a couple of hours ago. Yes, 8:30 a.m. was the dispatch call in Santa Clara, California. Apparently, a body was found in one of the Apple headquarters in a conference room, and they are saying that it could have been a possible suicide. The story, like I said, is still developing, so we're getting all the information as the time goes by, but that's pretty scary. I don't know. One thing that scares me about death is that they always say death comes in threes.
Yeah.
And, like, I've been seeing that kind of true. Like, the one thing was with Prince. Like, Prince and then someone. Who was it? My mom had told me someone died. It was a couple days before another, not like a big artist like him, but um, someone relevant. Which let me find out. I will find out the name. But and then the one before that was what's his name that just died too.
David Bowie.
No, there was someone. I mean, David Bowie, yes, was also recent, but someone had just like I feel like it just happened because I was like, wow, death comes in threes, and I realized that like in the past week or so, which has been pretty scary, I found out three different people that I don't know personally, but still have died. Like I found out that we lost someone here from Iona, the freshman, Brandon Lawrence. Um, then another student, well, another former student from Iona had also passed away, and then I found out that one of my high school friends' boyfriends passed away too, all in the same week. And I don't know, it's kind of scary to think about. Not that I mean, I might as well bring up. We could just talk about this honestly, superstitions and whatnot. But I feel like that's really, really creepy and really, I don't know how that works. Death comes in threes. They say, people die, people are born, and things like that. And I don't know. What do you believe in that? Do you believe in superstitions? Am I the only one that like freaks myself out?
I don't necessarily have any superstitions, but I do have some sort of a belief or a feeling about like not like an afterlife, but and not necessarily like ghosts and spirits, but like I feel like for a while at least the person's not really gone. And like I have my reasons for it, and some people say
Yeah.
like I'm a little not like crazy for thinking about that, but they're kind of like surprised in a way.
My mom says the same thing. She believes that too. She believes
Yeah.
that my mom has said that she thinks the most accurate representation of like an afterlife would be the movie Ghost. She says
Yeah.
she believes that that person probably doesn't know that they have passed away yet and they're still kind of there,
Yeah.
until they realize and then they move on to wherever they have to go. I believe that also. I believe that people don't realize when they're actually, gone and trying to reach out to family members and people and they can't and then they realize like wait a second, I'm not here.
Yeah.
Same thing with like when people are in comas and things. I feel like people can still hear and still kind of have that like if I stay kind of movie thing where your body is kind of like you're kind of like just floating around while your body is just there. You can still hear and try to speak to people, but
Yeah.
you're just not actually there. I believe in that. And I've said in the past, I believe in ghosts. I believe in demons and all kinds of superstitious things. So I kind of freak myself out with that, but I do. I believe in everything. I do believe that people can haunt you. I believe that there's a ghost at my job who probably is not trying to haunt me, but like just like knows because I close up every day by myself. So like one day, if something happens, like I'm gonna come with a great ghost story from my job, from the Eve to Reeve hair salon ghost. Like, but yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah,
That
that
was
was really loud.
weird. Yeah, that was my arm. I'm falling apart,
Ouch.
guys. Ew, that sounded weird. But yeah, I believe in superstitions, all kinds. I don't know. It's just weird. Like death comes in threes. They do say that, and it has happened recently for me that I've seen, especially with like celebrities. I just think I don't know. I think it's so crazy how I don't even how does like afterlife work? How does death work? How do they know when it's time? Do you ever believe in the Final Destination movies? Now that we're talking about things like that, I've
I don't know, man. I've really only watched parts of one of them. I forgot which one it was, but I don't really know. I mean, like, yeah, obviously it's kind of um, like you wonder like what would have happened had you done something instead of what you actually did.
yeah.
But like, I don't know if something like that actually happens. You know?
Yeah, no, granted that they are very like clearly over dramatic with certain things, like this person was supposed to die but they didn't, so like things start moving by themselves and
Yeah.
weird things, just so this person can die. But I do feel like there is the part of like, when it's not your time, it's not your time, or sometimes when it is your time, it is your time. Like, I think the first one was the one with like the plane. I'm pretty sure it was the one with the
Yeah, I think that
plane.
was the one that I saw.
Yeah, they were like on their trip, like a school trip, and all the kids were on it, and the kid had that vision that the plane was gonna blow up, and then
Didn't they switch seats or something like that?
yeah, like they switched seats, and then he started like obviously you didn't know it was a vision until after the fact, but the plane blew up, and it was like crazy, and then he like snapped out of it and realized everything that he had just seen in his head or whatever started happening, and that's when like all the kids left, and then the plane actually did blow up, and then now all those kids started dying because they were supposed to die in the plane and whatever, and like just weird things started happening. Like I remember one specifically that was like, this will never happen, but like how weird, like just I don't understand, like Hollywood, man. The kid is like in the bathroom, and he was one of the kids that was supposed to die in the plane but didn't, and it's like the sink starts leaking or something, and so he slips at the same time, like everything starts moving and going on by itself, like little things start moving, so then there's like a clothes hanger or something in there, and like it comes off, and when he slips from the sinking leak, like
Leaking sink. There you go.
what did I
You
say?
said sinking leak.
I am so ugly. When he falls from the sinking leak, that happens. I hate myself.
Words are hard.
Words are so hard. No, like my life is hard. Like, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell you the gory details of the movie. If you want to watch it, you can watch it because I just thought it was really funny. Let me tell you guys how my life is like one big joke. I walked into the men's bathroom today, and Jill was there to witness the whole thing.
It was kind of funny, not gonna lie.
Like, this is my life. I was in McDonald's, and I'm like, okay, these allergies are killing me. I'm gonna go and blow my nose. So I just, like, the door was open. I just casually, like, walk in, and then, like, a guy, like, was walking out while I was walking in. And first of all, like, he acted like I was, like, I don't even know. I terrified his whole life. I was like, okay, it wasn't that serious, whatever. But he was like, oh, darling, I think that you're in the wrong bathroom. And I was like, okay. I don't think. First of all, I was just getting a tissue, so it wasn't even that big of a deal. But I'm like, I know I did not see a sign. Like, I didn't walk into a men's bathroom. Like, no, this would not happen to me, although it has in the past. So I started second guessing myself for a second, but I'm like, no way. Then I walk out, and there was no sign on the bathroom. So I was like, that's why I walked into the wrong. Because he was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, why are you in a men's bathroom? I don't know. Like, I just want to be like, why does it happen to me? And I just felt my face get red, and I just like walk out, and I see Jill just like looking at me like, I don't know what to say. My life is a mess. I can't turn on my headphones. I walk into men's bathrooms. I can't speak. So I'm like, put that down on my resume because I need to get hired somewhere.
Well, on that note, we're gonna go to a small little break.
Yes.
So we will
Let's listen to Zayn.
No, he's coming up after. It's my song. It's my segment next to my song.
I'm sad now.
Don't worry. We'll have your Zayn before the last segment. We can have Zayn come on. So we're gonna come.
You see what I mean?
I was doing good. I was doing so
you.
good. I was having a good day with the words, but whatever. So we're gonna take a little break, and we will be back in a hot sec. So stay put. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with some sports because my favorite time of the day, sports time. So
you will see. Finally, baseball season.
Oh, thank goodness! I'm so happy. So we will be back. You guys get a nice drink of water, get a nice little snack, come back,
tell some ghost stories.
Yeah, get them ready for us. Okay, so have a nice time listening to this music, and we will talk to you in a brief little moment.